when playing of the national anthem performed by the Wheelersburg Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Matthew Smith.
Welcome to Ed Miller Stadium 2.0. Tony Lavender along with the Zone TV crew here to bring you this contest between two storied programs. The host Wheelersburg Pirates, who break in a brand new dance hall tonight, Ed Miller Stadium, with new turf, new stands, and great football tradition all mixing together as they take on another fine football traditional program, the Ironton Fighting Tigers, who come in with a brand new coach for the first time in a whole great big long while. Wheelersburg and Ironton, an every year thing. Ironton coming off a 7-5 record last year, and Wheelersburg last year coming off a 7-3 record. And we'll be back with the opening lineups for tonight's ball game when we return right after this.
Tell those chain banks that they're barking up the wrong tree. American Savings Bank has been loyally serving our customers since 1892. American has a 112-year reputation for treating our customers like family. You can count on American for competitive rates, outstanding financial products, and excellent customer service. Plus, the time and attention you deserve. You'll love banking with American. It's one doggone good bank.
First game at the all-new Ed Miller Stadium. The Wheelersburg Pirates will be in the home black uniforms with the orange headgear. Ironton in the visiting white uniforms with the orange headgear, as we have a sea of orange and black here tonight in the starting lineups. Wheelersburg won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, so they'll start off with the defensive team on the field. Their offense will include tight end Ross Piles, the wide receiver Dylan Miller, the quarterback Eddie Miller, 6'1", 165-pound junior, and in the backfield a whole bunch of different folks will move in and out of there. Wade Martin, 6'2", 180-pound sophomore. Tyler Claxon, 5'10", 145-pound junior, and Austin Gifford, 5'11", 185-pound senior. Across the front, Chase Chambliss, James Hudgel, Sam Robinson, Michael Staggs, and Billy Martin. For the Ironton defense, Martin, Staggs, Gifford, Warner, and Piles across the front. For the Ironton defense, that's Wheelersburg's line. Stevens, Phillips, Thomas, Culbertson, and White. It'll be Lewis and Wilson at the corners, Schweikert and Heberlin at the backers, and Duty and Brown at the safeties. You can see everybody is all set. Wheelersburg will be kicking off from left to right. And our kickoff, presented to you by Minford Telephone Company and Falcon1.net, is taken on the 5-yard line. And moving forward with it and finding a whole lot of room over there is Lewis. And Lewis is loose, and he's going to score the first touchdown at Ed Miller Stadium. I look for flags nowhere. And a 95-yard return by Patrick Lewis, opening up the action here at Ed Miller Stadium. The 5'10", 175-pound senior took it on the 5, about the center, a little bit left the center, moved to his right, and Ironton had the wall going. And so at 11:45 of the very first quarter of the first game here at Ed Miller Stadium, Ironton draws first blood with Patrick Lewis and a 95-yard kickoff return. And he puts Ironton ahead and draws the first points in Ed Miller Stadium's new incarnation. Schweikert will kick. His kick is up, and his end-over-end kick doesn't have a whole lot of oomph to it. And it's good anyway. So as we come back up the field with 11:45 to go in the first quarter, Ironton leads 7-0. Back with the kickoff right after this.
School, the doctor, or to go shopping? Then call Access Scioto County at 353-5626. ASC is the public transit system for Portsmouth and all of Scioto County. We offer safe, reliable, and affordable public transportation that's available for everyone. Hundreds of people who cannot or choose not to drive use ASC to get where they need to go. Call 353-5626 to find out more, or visit us on the web at asctransit.org. Access Scioto County, meeting needs and providing choices.
Schweikert. Probably. Yes. Schweikert approaches the ball. It's a line driver that's going to be taken likewise on the 5-yard line for Wheelersburg. Moving up into the center into some heavy traffic and not getting quite as far, but getting out on a pretty good clip right there. As Claxon returns it for the Pirates, and Wheelersburg will take over with 11:38 to go in this first quarter, as Claxon gives Wheelersburg a little bit of room to their back, and the Pirates, as they come out across the front, there'll be Chambliss, Hudgel, Robinson, Staggs, and Martin on the line. That's 245, 250, 170, 220, and 220 on the front line for the Pirates. Eddie Miller is the quarterback, 6'1", 165-pound junior, and he is deep. He has a little trouble handling it. Tosses it on the right to Dylan Miller. Dylan Miller does a little dance around one defender, but then a whole host of Ironton Tigers come along, led over there by Aaron Stevens. So there's one pass and one completion, and a pickup on the play that time of really not a whole heck of a lot. Maybe about 2 yards. So it'll be second down and about 7 or 8 yards to go. The Pirates will come out. Miller gives it inside, and as they move forward, not too much of a gain, if anything, there as they come out onto that. As Austin Gifford manages to come up through there, and it'll be now third down and 7 yards to go for the Pirates. Officials for tonight's game, the referee is Mark Michael. Umpire is Jamie Cook. Linesman is John Barker. The line judge is Mike Lemons. And the back judge is Tyler Michael. Thanks to those gentlemen who come out and serve the football-going public and the teams. through the auspices of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Eddie Miller picks up a first down for the Pirates. Tanner Duty on the stop, but it's a first down for the Pirates with 10:27 to go in the first period of play of the first game of the 2012 season here. We are at Ed Miller Stadium in Wheelersburg, the inaugural night for the football season and for the stadium, in fact. Little quick hitter over to Dylan Miller and a flag on a late hit. Miller was already down. Aaron Stevens came over, hit him after he was down and after he was out of bounds. So that will be a 15-yarder pretty quick. Personal foul against the Tigers, and that'll be a first down for the Pirates after the pass and completion and the tackle. That moves Wheelersburg all the way into Ironton territory, and that'll take them down to about the 38-yard line of the Fighting Tigers. So the Pirates now in Ironton territory with more field to their back than to their front. And Miller again in the shotgun, has two receivers to the left and one to the right. And as he drops and throws left side, it goes over there to Martin, and Martin has it knocked away and it's going to be picked up. I don't see any flags. And taking it all the way home is a very familiar number, Patrick Lewis. Patrick Lewis again scores for Ironton. The Pirates got a couple of good first downs there, and then the next thing you know, pop, here comes Lewis. Grabs that baby about the 40-yard line. So without any exact math, it's going to be around a 60-yard return. So with 9:45 to go in the first quarter, Ironton's already scored twice. The extra point is up and good. And as they come back up the field, Ironton is kind of spoiling the new digs here at Wheelersburg as they lead 14-0. Back with the kickoff right after this.
What's the matter, bud?
I think we should take it to Banners, Dad.
The Battery Terminal King Chip Womack has made a proclamation announcing the appointment of his new court jester, Will. While Chip is still paying top dollar for old batteries, Jester Will is paying in gumballs when he's in the office.
Back here at Ed Miller Stadium, Ironton has just twice, sort of in blitzkrieg fashion, scored on the Wheelersburg Pirates. We're still in quarter number one with 9:45 to go, and both times Patrick Lewis has been the man who fired the lightning bolt as, first of all, a 95-yard kickoff return, and then returns the ball from the 40-yard line and scores unmolested. And the kickoff taken down and up to about the 25-yard line as Eddie Miller brings it forward, and Wheelersburg will start with 9:39 to go. They'll place the ball down on the Wheelersburg 24-yard line. As Wheelersburg before started on about the 34. And they got all the way down into the Ironton end of the field, and then the next thing you know, Lewis comes along and spoils the party. So the Pirates will now come out. Ironton's offense has not been on the field yet. Here comes Miller, the 6'1 junior. Played a lot last year, only limited time at quarterback, but he was an offensive threat for the Pirates. Austin Gifford up through there, the 5'11 senior. Doesn't find too much in the way of joy in the center of things. Maybe a yard, maybe two. Have a helmet knocked off, so Gifford will leave the field of play, and he'll be replaced as the Pirates come out with a 2nd and 9. 9:23 on the clock. Wheelersburg trailing 14-0 to the Ironton Tigers. And as the Pirates come up, Miller again as he fakes inside and keeps. And he's going to be grabbed and knocked down by a couple of the Tigers, including number 52. Jacob Friend is also in on that in addition to Tanner Schweikert. And with 8:54 to go, it'll now be a third down situation for the Pirates. Miller faked it to his running back and then kept it himself looking for room, and Ironton closed rather quickly on that. So Miller will stop and go left, and he's got a nice one over to Claxon. Claxon out close to the first down stick, as Claxon will take it and pick up a first down. Third first down for the Pirates, and Eddie Miller is 3 for 3 so far. When someone on his team catches it. And Miller will roll to the right and go underneath. He hits his underneath man, and that's Ross Piles, the tight end. And so complete to the tight end, and a pickup on the play of about 7 or 8 yards. It'll be a second down and about 2 or 3. Schweikert and Duty on the tackle for the Fighting Tigers. This time, one split man on either side. And here's Miller holding on, going forward, runs into one of his own guys, slowed down enough so that Austin Stevens gets one hand on him. Then Mo Phillips jumps in on that as well. But Eddie Miller picks up another Wheelersburg first down. I do want to point out again that with 7:43 to go here in the first quarter, Ironton's offense has not been on the field yet. And yet, they're ahead 14-0. Miller fakes, holds, keeps, runs down to about the 35. Riding his case all the way down, just like a bulldog, Mo Phillips, the 5'10", 225-pound sophomore, rode Miller down through there, but Miller still churning the legs, got down to a 2nd and 1. Wheelersburg now, they set up a little bit of question as to what the situation is, and Miller's going to bring him up and go under center. He's got 3 receivers to the left, and that time a kind of a heavy traffic deal. And in on that time for Ironton, Hunter Cameron and Mo Phillips, as with 7 minutes exactly to go in the first quarter, Wheelersburg will now face a 1st and 10 as they pick up a little bit there that they needed. And before they move along, they will now a little bit of a pause, but then they start the clock as the sticks get moved a little bit as necessary. Ball's on the 32-yard line of the Ironton Fighting Tigers, and it was just in this general neighborhood they ran into trouble on the last series. Up through there goes Gifford. Gifford still moving his way forward. Somebody lost the shoe and still fighting forward. Austin Gifford not wanting to give up. What a tenacious job on the part of Gifford. As Austin Gifford really showed some moxie there. As Ironton brought in everybody except the band director on that tackle. And a nice completion on the right side. Open over there is Claxon. And Claxon gets down inside the 20 for another Wheelersburg first down. Brown makes the stop. Otherwise, Claxon was heading for the homeland. So Wheelersburg now in the catbird seat inside the 20-yard line. And again, he holds on the fake. He's open. Touchdown, Miller. 18 yards. Eddie Miller fakes to Austin Gifford. And as he fakes, he then keeps and rolls and goes down and heads for the homeland. And as he does, he puts Wheelersburg on the board for the first time this season. Dylan Miller will hold. The kick is up, and it's good. As Thurmer makes it 14-7 as they come back up the field. It's 14-7. Back after this.
The racing teams of NASCAR accept nothing but the very best. At Barber's Auto Value, you'll find many of the same brands for your car that you'll find in the garages at Daytona, Indy, and other major tracks. From Wicks filters to DuPont automotive finishes, whatever you need, Barber's has the largest inventory of parts and paint supplies in the tri-state. We offer a full-service custom machine shop featuring welded crack repairs for aluminum and cast iron heads and blocks. Barber's Auto Value, name brand parts as well as alternative brands for the price-conscious shopper.
Let me know when we go. Are we? Eddie Miller scores the first Wheelersburg touchdown in the new Ed Miller Stadium. So Eddie Miller scores in Ed Miller for the first time as he caps a 10-play, 75-yard drive with his 18-yard run. Keith Thurmer kicks, and it's now 14-7. Ball taken on the 3-yard line for Ironton by Trevor White. And White goes from the 3 out to about the 27. So with 5:38 to go in the first, Ironton will take over, and their offense will come out for the first time tonight on their own 27-yard line. They lead 14-7, and this is the first time tonight that their offense has been out, as they have scored on a kickoff return and on a turnover. So they give, and as you might expect a lot of times from Ironton, inside, Patrick Lewis runs the first play. They thought they might go well with him as he scored both touchdowns for Ironton. And as he starts out, he gets tackled by number 42, Christian Ellis. Ironton in the full house, both ends tight. Off tackle play, moving forward, banging around, seeing what he can do over there is Trevor White. Claxton on the tackle as Ironton now with a third down and about 6 to go. 4:40 to play here in the first quarter. You're watching high school football on the Zone. The first game of the season, first game at Ed Miller Stadium. Glad to have you with us here in this brand new football season. Zone crew on hand. Trent Williams doing the stats right behind me. Lots of good crew on the scene. And here comes Ironton out. Across that front line, 300, 190, 240, and 315 on the pitch. There is Lewis. He's got the first down. He is still on his feet in Wheelersburg territory, about the 35-yard line, as he gets dropped down there finally by Tyler Claxton. But not before he picks up the first Ironton first down of the night. Uncanny, of course, that they lead 14-0, and that's their first down. But a big pickup. Lewis has been the man in the headlines so far tonight. 2 touchdowns. That big run for a first down on the big third down play on the pitch to him. So again, they come up in the full house, and they're going to give on a little straight ahead dive play there to Schweikert. Schweikert with 3:30 to go. Mitch Warner, the 6'1", 200-pound sophomore, brings him down, but not before he picks up a couple of yards. Excellent crowd on hand, as there always is when these two teams play. The excitement of a brand new season, the excitement of two schools fairly close, the excitement of two schools that are storied programs, and the fact that everybody likes to come and wear orange and black. As White goes ahead, he's going to be tackled on the play over there by Christian Ellis. We're down to the 2:45 mark in quarter number one. Ironton leading 14-7. Excellent facilities here at Wheelersburg and a good crowd here tonight to see them. I hope that you are taking advantage of this great view that we see here with lots of neat new stuff. And trying to go wide, there is Lewis. And Lewis not only with no way to go, but he ends up going backwards. Tries to figure out where to go, and Austin Gifford says, "Nothing doing, baby." So a nice hold on the part of the defense that time. It brings up a fourth down for the Fighting Tigers on the 35-yard line of the Pirates. This is Ironton's first offensive series. They've had one first down. And that time they went to their big weapon, Patrick Lewis, and the senior did not get it for him. Now we got two receivers on each side. And long toss behind the defender. Unable to get it. Aaron Stevens was behind the defender, but not by much, as the defender went with him step for step. And Wheelersburg stops them and takes over, as the Pirates will get an opportunity now to see what they can cook up on this next series. They've come back now within 7 with 1:37 to go here in the first quarter. After a couple of early shocks, the Pirates now seem to have gelled a little bit. And whistle. And the Pirates call timeout with 1:37 to go in the first quarter. Back after this.
Cricket, home run. Anybody can hit a home run with Bent Murphy Insurance.
Since 1922, Barrett & Murphy Insurance, along with State Auto Insurance, have been hitting home runs in the Scioto County area, offering a full line of insurance products, auto, home, business, and life insurance. Give us a call or stop by our office to let one of our dedicated staff help you with all your insurance needs. Barrett & Murphy Insurance.
Well, here we go. Wheelersburg starts off first and 10. Ball on their own 35-yard line. They took over on downs, and they grind it out up the center. Nice job in there. Christian Ellis does a good job on that. So Ellis does a good job. Linebacker Heberlin, 6-foot-tall senior, steps in there and stops the progress. In motion this time goes Piles. And not much doing there. Maybe a couple, maybe 3. Ellis again. And they're still going to come up short of the first down by about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1. So this time Wheelersburg coming up rather quickly with 3rd and 1. 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. They've got a wide receiver to either side, and then they've got the backs in sort of a reverse set with the wishbone with Miller in the shotgun on the left of it. But Miller completes that one. And another Wheelersburg first down with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wheelersburg has managed to advance the ball these last couple of series, and they seem to have the offense pretty well clicking if they can avoid the big play. And wide open through there, and a nice run. Ellis again picking up a Wheelersburg first down, and this kid has really done a good job. Ellis, an unexpected treat in the offensive doings for Wheelersburg. And now we're getting a couple of signals straight. And Miller will keep it and not do so well. He'll get 2 or 3. Of course, that's not too bad, as you sometimes think that maybe they should get a whole big bunch after their success. Well, we're 1/4 of the way home. That's the story right now. And the score at the end of 1. Ironton 14. Wheelersburg 7. Back with quarter number 2 right after this.
Do you have an emergency need for cash? Diamond Gem Lending Company, the Pawn Stars of Portsmouth, will make a short-term loan on your merchandise or buy it from you for cash. Our friendly staff is here to help you with a loan or purchase. Incredible deals on out-of-pawn jewelry, firearms, guitars, tools, DVDs, CDs, game systems, vinyl records, player piano rolls, and musical instruments. Diamond Gem Lending Company, the Pawn Stars of Portsmouth.
Injured? Disabled? Atomic plant worker? Social Security disability? Bankruptcy? Workers' compensation? Call for a free consultation. Our mission is to excel in helping you process your claim.
Any idea? Okay. Start of quarter number 2. Wheelersburg has the ball. 2nd down and 9 to go on the Ironton 36. And a long count gets things rolling here. Miller is still the quarterback. He is rushed. He gets it away. He's got a man over there, Dylan Miller. And so good thinking by Eddie Miller as he tossed it out of harm's way. And Eddie Miller showing some nice discipline and thinking there. We have watched this young man since he was a freshman and played a lot of football for the Pirates. Pirates coming out off of 3 consecutive 3-loss seasons, 9-3 in 2009, 9-3 in 2010, and 7-3 last year. Last year, Ironton won this game 42-13 at Ironton. Miller on a little screen has his man. That's Piles. Piles gets away from one, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and tackled an ankle tackle. Saves him about the 17, and coming up and grabbing him and saving the day right there was Nick Culberson. Nick Culberson saves that touchdown for the Ironton Tigers on a nice little screen, and Culberson saved the day. And they're going to go on the right this time, and they're going to hit Claxon. Claxon moves down to about the 10, and we want to say that the second effort by the Wheelersburg Ball Club players tonight is just outstanding. They are continuing to drive and continuing to work through. Broken tackle on that play, got another 10 yards. And Miller still up in there, makes a touchdown, Wheelersburg. Eddie Miller fakes and keeps, and Miller on a run from the 10-yard line, 9-yard line. Takes that ball in, faked, the little dipsy-doodle, and then struggled again. We saw some excellent second effort there by the Pirates. Miller stretched that baby out. Thurmer puts it up, and we are tied at 14. 11:06 of the second. Eddie Miller and Keith Thurmer tie it up. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
No one knows fuel-efficient cars like Glockner Toyota. Drive America's #1 selling Toyota Camry for $219 a month or the Toyota Corolla for $209 a month. Other dealers have run out of inventory with good gas mileage, but we've been stacking them deep and selling them cheap. Stop wasting money on gas and get to Glockner Honda. Drive a sporty 30-mile-per-gallon Honda CR-V for $279 a month or a 35-mile-per-gallon Honda Accord for $229. Other dealers have run out of inventory with good gas mileage, but we've been stacking them deep and selling them cheap.
And so the Wheelersburg Pirates, who found themselves at the bottom of a 14-0 score, have now come back and in fine fashion have tied this ball game up. Patrick Lewis scores the first two Ironton touchdowns, 15 seconds into this ball game. And Wheelersburg comes back, scores, holds Ironton on downs, and then puts together a 9-play, 65-yard drive that went around the corner from the first quarter into the second. And with 11:06 to play here in the first half, Eddie Miller runs it in from 9 and completes that drive. And the kick ties it up at 14. And the kick goes out of bounds, so the penalty flags will fly. And we will see what develops from here, and Wheelersburg will probably take that ball there from a fairly decent field position, or we could make them kick it again. I believe they will make them. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Ironton on the 35-yard line with 11:06 to go here in the second quarter. Ironton gets the ball on their own 35. We seem to be starting a lot from the 35-yard lines tonight. Pitch, Lewis, left side, turns the corner, on his feet, out to the 45, and finally dragged down there, actually tackled from behind. And he's brought down over there by Ellis and picks up an Ironton first down. Ironton's offense didn't come out to play until 5:38 of the first quarter. Now they're going to try up through the middle there, a little bit right of center. White goes up through there and picks up about 3, maybe 4. Cunningham on the stop. And that'll be second down and about 7 to go. You're watching high school football on the Zone. Presented to you by Southern Ohio Medical Center and McDonald's of Wheelersburg. Also brought to you by the Shirt Stop and by Floor B&W Portsmouth. Going to the right, pitch over to Lewis again. He gets knocked out of bounds, and there'll be a flag for tackling him out of bounds. So each team's done that as Lewis gets knocked out of bounds, and chasing him out of there was Mitchell Warner. And he was clearly tackled out of bounds, so that'll tack 15 on to the end of that, as each team has had that enthusiastic penalty flag thrown against them tonight. Face mask is what they make the official call. So Ironton will be deep in Wheelersburg territory now. We don't seem to be playing much in the middle here. We seem to be playing in the extremes. We get the ball on the 5 and run a 95-yard return. We run a 60-yard return. Ball is down and saved by Duty on the 25. And so with 9:52 to go here in quarter number 2, Robinson on the scene there. High school football on the zone is sent your way by Barrett and Murphin Insurance, Diamond Gem Lending Company, Gerlach & Gerlach, attorneys at law, the Glockner family of dealerships, and Leading Lady Numismatic Coin Shop. Here we go, other way, same story. Lewis cuts back, brought down by Claxon. As Tyler brings him down, and it is third down now and about 8 to go. And the Pirates, who are in the black uniforms, the Tigers in the white uniforms, in case you just joined us. We're at the first game ever at the newly refurbished, rebuilt, redesigned, and recommissioned Ed Miller Stadium. One man's wide out to the right, that's Stevens. And they head over that way to Lewis, and again, Claxon brings him down. Claxon is shadowing Lewis like he's attached to his shoes. As Tyler Claxon is having a heck of a game here tonight, folks. 5'10", 145 pounds, only a junior. He brings up another fourth down, and if you remember, the Pirates held Ironton and they lost it on downs at 1:37 of the first quarter, and they converted that turnover on downs. And Ironton has to talk about that one, so there's timeout with 8:14 to go in the first half, and Ironton calls it with the score tied at 14. Back after this.
Okay, so it's a romantic dinner for 2. Now, I've already cut some tomato. Time for the vinaigrette. You are going to love this. Okay, we need some sesame seeds. My favourite pan. Now, what's really important is...
With Merilad cabinets, you'll discover function that's irresistible.
Good thing I'm not the jealous type.
Merilad, the dream kitchen for the real world.
Not that high tech. Big fourth down play coming up. Wheelersburg has held Ironton once on downs. Wide out to the right side goes Wilson. 2 receivers to the left. Now here comes Lewis off to the right on the wing. Duty will put Lewis in motion. He's being chased and he's dropped. He is dropped. Right there on his case. Big stop for the Pirates by Ross Piles, who knocks him down on the 33-yard line, maybe up to the 34. And again, Wheelersburg holds them on downs at a great defensive play that time. Ross Piles, the 6'1 senior, and Wheelersburg will take over with 8:08 to go, and they'll have the ball on their own 34-yard line. As this ball game is tied. The last time that Wheelersburg did that, they took the ball at 1:37 and moved it 65 yards in 9 plays to tie the ball game up. So we'll see what happens now. And we get a whistle. Timeout Wheelersburg. That was going to be a pass play, it looks like. So there's timeout on the field. 8:07 to go in the first half. Score tied. Back after this.
Love Nails and Hair Day Spa offers manicures, pedicures, massage, skincare, bridal spa, and party packages, and much, much more. Visit us or call us today. We're open 7 days a week, and walk-ins are always welcome. Love Nails and Hair Day Spa. We go the extra mile to make you smile.
Sponsored in part by Monster Energy Drinks. Distributed locally by Spriggs Distributing, a division of the Triple Crown Beverage Group, the Tri-State's leading beverage distributor.
Welcome back. Wheelersburg has the ball. 8:07 to go. 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. They just took over on downs from Ironton. And we just had a timeout, and we're still checking signals out there. As Miller will take it. And quick throw to the left, and it's incomplete. He had his man on the left, McAllister. And Wheelersburg looked a little confused that they had that whole thing set up there. So we'll see what happens as that ball falls incomplete. That stops the clock. We're still just at 8:04 in half number 1 of game number 1 of this season. Also game number 1 at this new stadium. I keep telling you that so you will realize that everybody's seeing this place in action for the very first time. Miller holds and gets stopped. All over his case there. That time was Mo Phillips. Mo Phillips gave him a giant bear hug. And so it'll be a 3rd down now and about 12 for the Pirates, as we still seem to be having a little bit of confusion about our signals here. Time clock is down to 15. That's a nice addition to the things here on either end. We can see the play clock. No doubting what's going on. Still got 5 seconds. Plenty of time. Miller heaves it. Got a man down there and intercepted. Picked off, and there was a little contact there, but it was picked off that time by Drew Wells. And covering very well there. Interception by Drew Wells as he was right with the receiver. And Ironton will now take over with 7:16 to go in the first half. They'll have the ball on their own 37-yard line. So Miller's pass going for the long one. Picked off. Wells, the 5'10", 162-pound senior, did a good job of reading that one. And there's timeout on the field with 7:16 to play in the first half. The score is tied. Back after this.
This will be a official timeout.
Newberry Sporting Goods, doing school jackets right since 1958.
Back to action. Ironton taking over on the interception on their own 37. And they will get a little bit as we have 7:05 to go in the first half. The Tigers and the Pirates. Lewis carries the ball, and he's got a little bit of a cramp there, as we have seen that a lot of times in this early season game. This has been our first of the season game for several years. So Patrick Lewis will take his 175 pounds off the field and hydrate, stretch, and so on. It'll now be second down and about 8 to go, maybe 7 for the Tigers. And coming up under center will be Duty, as he gives the last man through, and coming forward with it and driving. A nice bit of a drive through there was White. And he's going to pick up a few, so it's going to be third down and 3 as Dingus on the stop with 6:25 to go. High school football brought to you on the zone by Luke's Supply. Love Nails and Hair Day Spa, longtime Zone sports sponsor, and Monster Energy Drink. Good thing to have this time of night on a hot summer evening. As they move forward, but not quite forward enough. Dylan Miller on the tackle. So now Ironton again for the third time in a row ends up in a fourth down situation. Wheelersburg has stopped them twice. And we'll see with a wing to the right. They're going to make that as a fake and then a dive straight ahead. That's Schweikert. Schweikert picks up first down for the Tigers. As the fake and then the straight ahead. So with 5.5 minutes to play here in the first half, each team has 14 points. And as they come up, the familiar Ironton formation, double tight end, full house backfield, and moving forward down to about the 45-yard line that time. Once again comes Tanner Schweikert, the 5'11 senior, getting a bit of a workout. He'll pick up 4 or 5, about 4, call it second and 6. The 5'11 senior Austin Gifford making the stop. Gifford last year had 38 tackles or parts thereof for the Pirates. He had 15 solos, 23 assists. And this time drops the pass. Duty throws downfield, a man all by himself on the 15-yard line. Nobody home. And all by himself, cherry picking back there, was Drew Wells. Drew Wells behind everybody and everything. Wells could have gone home and written a letter. As Duty dropped back and he put that ball on the money. And a 45-yard pass from Duty to Wells caps a drive that began on the Ironton 37, and that one is blocked away. The kick is no good, and as they come back up the field, it's Ironton 20, Wheelersburg 14, back with the kickoff right after this.
A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again.
Goodness gracious. .439 to play here in the first half, and Drew Wells and Tanner Duty have just surprised the heck out of everybody. As Tanner dropped back and Wells was all by himself, a 45-yarder. You've heard of the naked screen. That was a naked fly pattern, as nobody was within 20 yards of him in any direction. So Claxon returns the ball, and so Wheelersburg will take over with 4:34 to go here in the first half. Wheelersburg will have the ball, and they'll have it on their own 31-yard line. And that one pretty much was a shocker to everybody. Nobody expected Wells to be there all by himself. So the Pirates will come out now. You're watching high school football on the Zone, presented to you by Portsmouth Cinema 8. All the locations of the Portsmouth Public Library, Revolution Church, the Salvation Army, Sunspot Tanning, and the Sweet Confections Bakery. On the left and incomplete. And standing over there waiting patiently, headed over that way to Casey Maxfield, and he couldn't get a hand on it. And so it falls incomplete, as the Pirates have gone to the air quite a bit tonight. Second down and 10 to go. Miller puts a man in motion. That's Piles. And they go in there to Martin. And Martin gets it, and he's brought down by Tanner Duty. But a first down for Wheelersburg. So Tanner Duty finally brings him down. As a nice completion over there that time to Wade Martin, the 6'2 sophomore. In motion goes Piles. And not too much going, maybe 3-4 yards if there's that much. Kogel picks up a little bit. Aaron Kogel, a senior. So it'll be second down and 6 to go with 3:45 remaining in this first half of play. Slot man way out there to the left, and a man going in motion that makes trips in effect on the left. And Miller heads wide to the right. He's got some room, cuts inside a man, and gets inside the 35 down to about the 32. Tanner Duty made a move for him, and he's getting up holding his hip and his kidney. Tanner Duty is slow getting up, and his hip or kidney is hurting. He got a hip pointer or something there. And there's one of the problems with your quarterback playing defense. Oftentimes your quarterback is your best athlete, and you got to keep your best athletes out there, but buddy, you get scared when your quarterback goes down. So Duty came along, did a good job on that, but he's going off with a little bit of hurt. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. First and 10 for the Pirates. Miller has two men on either side, and now he puts Piles in motion to make trips on the right. And they go, and it goes to Piles, who's underneath, continuing to move forward. Nice second effort by Piles. And as we have mentioned, one of the things that we have seen several times tonight is that we have seen exceptional second effort by the Wheelersburg ball players. As they continue to work through the tackles. Whistle. And flag. 2:44 to go. High school football on the Zone, presented to you by the Battery Terminal. Brought to you by the Shawnee State University. Access Scioto County, presented by Boehner's Auto Parts, right up here in the Berg. Wheelersburg Cinema, just down the hill from us here. And Stakers Sales and Service. Some of our good sponsors, thanks to them for being here. Thanks to you for being along as well. And now, Ironton doesn't like what they see, so they're going to call timeout with 2:39 to play in the first half. Wheelersburg with the ball behind 20-14, but they are in the Ironton end of the field. Back after this.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
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 To keep track of it, but tomorrow night at 7. Up here, I think it's 23 on Time Warner. In town is 24. If you guys do that, give me a call. Tell me what channel we're on up here so we can throw that on the PA. Back here at Wheelersburg High School, 2:39 to play in half number 1. Pirates have the ball. They trail 20-14, but they have the ball with 2nd and 11. Inside the Ironton 40. That one a little bit too long. Just out of reach of Claxon. And coming in hard, the Ironton defense was going to take no prisoners on that one. So now Ironton has placed Wheelersburg in a 3rd and 11 sticky wicket here. And so the Pirates come up now as a 3rd. Out to the right side go Claxon and Miller. Off to the left side over here go Martin and McAllister. And Miller dumps it underneath, and a pickup of about 4 or 5 is going to be too short for the first down. So Dylan Miller doesn't get all the way there, and the 6'3 senior Trevor White brings him down. 2:14 to play. It's 4th down, and with this amount of time and in this location on the field, the Pirates will, of course, go for it. Dylan Miller way out to the right-hand side. Wade Martin way out to the left. 2 others over there on the left joining him. Miller will roll that way, heave it down there. Got a man open. Nice catch by Claxon. Tyler Claxon drags that baby in. Miller drops it right in Claxon's arm between the long defense and the short defense. An excellent placement by Miller, and Claxon took that baby, tippy-toed right toward the sideline and made sure he got plenty of feet in before he went out of bounds. And with 1:50 to go, the Pirates have a 1st and 10 just inside the Ironton 20-yard line. Up through heavy traffic, Miller himself takes it down to about the 15. Phillips on the tackle. He's been a busy young lad tonight. 1:35 to play. It'll be 2nd down and about 5 as Miller, maybe 6. Miller picked up about 4. As we are cruising down to the waning seconds here. Don't forget at halftime the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. Miller fakes and then follows his lead man and will get down there to about the 12-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and about 3 with about a minute to go in this first half of play. Ironton up by 6, 20-14. Miller has 3 men to the right. He's got Martin to the left. He's calling something. We're down to 52 now, as he's got a lot of leeway out there on the field as he looks. Got a man open in the corner of the end zone. Up, caught, incomplete, out the end. Open in the corner of the end zone, but nothing doing for Dylan Miller over there. Dylan Miller was open. And now it's going to be 4th down as the clock stops at 43 seconds to go. As Wheelersburg will set the ball out here, and we will see they are going to try a field goal Keith Thurmer is going to give it a shot with 43 seconds to play in half number 1. Thurmer will give it a shot. The ball's placed on the 19, and it's off and picked and run, and Ironton's got it. And moving up the right side with some room and open and saved down there. Nice tackle by Wade Martin. Wade Martin brings him down. Deion Brown on the return as Wade Martin saved that touchdown, but we do have some Hankies down on the field. Back in the 35-yard line range. So we're going to have some penalties called against, looks like, the Ironton Tigers. But nonetheless, a nice effort by Wade Martin, stopping that run by Brown as he took the ball following the missed field goal and had a wide open field, and Martin came from behind for him. So with 30 and 1/10 seconds to go, Ironton will have the ball on their own 24-yard line as they pick up a penalty on the return. Despite the fact the touchdown wouldn't have counted, Martin did a really good job going after that kid and did a good job of bringing him down. Ironton sending everybody everywhere. 3 to the right. Toss that way. Going to try to give it to the big man. The man with the fast feet who struggles to get out of bounds. Patrick Lewis struggles to get out and will stop the clock with 22 seconds to go. Tyler Claxon trying to stop that arrangement, but he does get out of bounds. And with 20-14 to score, they will bring out the chains and see what they can see. I want to remind you that our game presented to you by Powell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years. Barber's Auto Parts, the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, Newberry Sporting Goods. It's short by about just a handful of space. Brought to you by American Savings Bank and Floor B&W Portsmouth, as well as the Hadsel family of companies. And Deemer's right here in Wheelersburg had some of their great ham salad on a sandwich a little while ago up here in the press box. Duty with 22 seconds. Will pitch. They go to the left side, and moving up through that way for the Tigers is Trevor White. And brought down on the play that time by Warner. And with first down for Ironton. And 12 seconds to go, and the clock are running. They do spread everybody out. Duty pitches. He goes once again to Lewis. Lewis running into heavy-duty traffic, and that ends the half. So we're halfway home here in the brand new version of the Ed Miller Stadium, and a halftime score in a game that certainly has had some ups and downs and backs and forths. Ironton 20, Wheelersburg 14. We'll be back with the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report when we return right after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Powell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years.
And the Miller family, what a wonderful tribute to you and the legacy that you have left the Berg community. When you came here 40 years ago, now I know you're probably not old enough to look back that 40 years, but you came here with a record of 77 wins and 12 losses and a couple of state poll championships to your credit. And when you finished, you had 250 wins, another state championship, which you can see represented on the mural out back, and a lot of wonderful traditions here in the Burg. You have done some magnificent things for this community. The life lessons that you've given them, now what would that be? Teamwork, hard work, dedication, play by the rules, that you never quit, and that you do it right. Those are the legacy that you've left, and you see it in every Burg team that has played ever since. Congratulations to you and the community, and we would like to thank this community for one more thing. The future generations of pirates that'll have the opportunity to participate and learn on this field, hopefully they learn the life lessons that you've taught, you've been teaching, and they'll have the opportunity to achieve for success. Congratulations, Ed. Congratulations to the Wheelersburg community, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Wheelersburg community members, for dreaming large and seeing the dream through to reality. Now, if everyone will join me in counting so that we can cut the ceremonial ribbon. 1, 2, 3.
This community is often attacked for being inauthentic or hypocritical. At Revolution, they are here so through worship and service, those who desire can develop a knowledge and understanding of scriptures and teachings of Jesus. Worship, grow, serve. At Revolution, Sundays at 10:30 a.m. and 7 p.m.
For years, our family has cared for your family in your time of need. We strive hard to give each family respect, using our wisdom from years of service and dedication to each family member and our communities. Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, located on 3rd Street, West Portsmouth. 858-4100.
Peter 10:17.
Ruth 2:11.
James 11:9.
When I was hungry. When I was lost. When I was stoned.
You gave me help.
Faith.
Joy.
You gave me a chance. Amanda 4:6. When I was saved.
Your holiday donations to the Salvation Army make change all year long.
2011 events.
Currently, I am working with some sensors that can detect changes in rotation. What I'm doing now I do enjoy. I'm hoping to eventually grow from that and do full-fledged commercial games as my career. I'm equipped to do it, and that's the important thing.
I knew I wanted to do something with games. Shawnee had the degree that I was looking for. We've learned a lot about different kinds of programming, not just games. We work with artists that you can describe how characters look and they draw it. The variety of knowledge helps me stand out at Shawnee State.
Let's get ready to welcome back to the Pirates. Join us as we sing, Go Big Orange.
Tony just changed the batteries in this walkie-talkie, and Tony is talking. I don't know what, have we finished the coach's segment? Oh, this is him, and these guys have yet to finish their thing, and Ironton's going to come out, and according to the format,
is your best choice for a full-service bakery. We have weddings, specialty, and birthday cakes, cookies, cupcakes, fudge, and more. We even have sugar-free diabetic treats. At Sweet Confections, our sweets are happiness condensed. Call or go online and order your happiness today.
actually cycle movies faster here.
The bassoon look like a box of chocolates.
Have you seen a really big snake? I hate snakes.
None shall pass.
Wheelersburg Cinema, still bringing movies to life.
Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium, and there's the Ironton Tiger $1 Million Marching Band still performing, and we are showing the scoreboard here at 20-14, and Trent Williams has given us our stats for the first half. Ironton scored first 14 points in the first quarter, both of those, one, of course, on the kickoff return, the other on the turnover, as Lewis scored both of those. Patrick Lewis put Ironton up 14-0. Then Wheelersburg came back and scored, made it 14-7. Pirates tied it up at 14. Then Ironton managed to come back to score. Their kick was blocked. Wheelersburg had another shot toward the end zone at the end of the half and tried a field goal. That kick was returned, but Wheelersburg stopped them on the return. And so here we are at 20-14 at halftime, and you are on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. In the first half for the Ironton Tigers, they had 19 rushes for 77 yards. They tried 4 passes, made 2 of them, 55 yards. Total offense for Ironton, 132 yards. Wheelersburg had exactly the same number of rushing attempts, 19. Got 96 yards on the ground. They threw the ball 19 times, made 12 of them. Excellent passing by Eddie Miller. 106 yards in the air, 202 total yards for the Pirates. Got to remember that Ironton scored 14 points before their offense had even had a chance to get on the field. And Wheelersburg stopped them that first time they were on there. Patrick Lewis, a 95-yard kickoff return. Patrick Lewis, 60-yard return on the turnover. On Wheelersburg, Eddie Miller, an 18-yard run, capping a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Thurmer's kick was good. That was at 5:45 of the first. Wheelersburg held Ironton again. Berg took over a 137 of the first, took it around the corner into the second, and Miller took it in with 11:06 to go in the half on a 9-yard run, completing a 9-play, 65-yard drive to tie it up at 14. Ironton lost on downs again as Wheelersburg held. Wheelersburg moved the ball, and then Drew Wells intercepted for Ironton at the 8:08 mark. And Ironton, from their own 37, moved the ball up, and something unusual for the Tigers, a 45-yard pass from Duty to Drew Wells. Wells was all by himself out there. At the 4:39 mark of the second, capped a 6-play, 62-yard drive. Piles blocked the kick, and that makes it 20-14, which is where we are at halftime on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. Got about 3 minutes to go before the start of half number 2, and we'll be back. As you've been watching the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report, thanks to Trent Williams for our stats. We'll be back with half number 2 right after this.
Tell those chain banks that they're barking up the wrong tree. American Savings Bank has been loyally serving our customers since 1892. American has a 112-year reputation for treating our customers like family. You can count on American for competitive rates, outstanding financial products, and excellent customer service. Plus, the time and attention you deserve. You'll love banking with American. It's one doggone good bank.
Need a ride to work, school, the doctor, or to go shopping? Then call Access Scioto County at 353-5626. ASC is the public transit system for Portsmouth and all of Scioto County. We offer safe, reliable, and affordable public transportation that's available for everyone. Hundreds of people who cannot or choose not to drive use ASC to get where they need to go. Call 353-5626 to find out more, or visit us on the web at asctransit.org. Access Scioto County, meeting needs and providing choices.
What's the matter, bud?
I think we should take it to Banner's, Dad.
The racing teams of NASCAR accept nothing but the very best. At Barber's Auto Value, you'll find many of the same brands for your car that you'll find in the garages at Daytona, Indy, and other major tracks. From Wix filters to DuPont automotive finishes, whatever you need, Barber's has the largest inventory of parts and paint supplies in the tri-state. We offer a full-service custom machine shop featuring welded crack repairs for aluminum and cast iron heads and blocks. Barber's Auto Value, name brand parts as well as alternative brands for the price-conscious shopper.
The Battery Terminal King Chip Womack has made a proclamation announcing the appointment of his new court jester, Will. While Chip is still paying top dollar for old batteries, Jester Will is paying in gumballs when he's in the office.
Cricket for a home run. Anybody can hit a home run with Bent Murphy Insurance.
Since 1922, Barrett & Murphy Insurance, along with State Auto Insurance, have been hitting home runs in the Scioto County area, offering a full line of insurance products, auto, home, business, and life insurance. Give us a call or stop by our office to let one of our dedicated staff help you with all your insurance needs. Barrett & Murphy Insurance.
Welcome back. You've been watching the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. Wheelersburg won the toss tonight and elected to defer, so they will take the second half kickoff as you're watching high school football on the Zone. Presented to you by Southern Ohio Medical Center. Brought to you by Wagner Rental and Supply, Sherman Cricker Insurance, another Tire and Lube, and also Pro Pest Control. And the second half is underway, and there's an orange helmet on the field, but of course with an orange helmet, you can't tell too much about that. Barry makes the tackle, and this is where Wheelersburg will start as we start off half number 2. Wheelersburg behind by the score of 20-14, but they've got the football as we get underway. 11:55 to go here in quarter number 3. Wheelersburg gets the ball on their own. It's about the 36-yard line. And as they get out and get the ball set and marked, Miller still directing traffic. Early season confusion to some degree, but they've been moving the ball very effectively tonight. And Miller on the keeper. He had Piles in motion, and Piles was responsible for the block on that. The defender moved around pretty well, as Wells did a good job coming around that. So it'll be second down and about 9:11 to go, rather. I'm looking the wrong direction. As we are just underway in half number 2. Had a nice ceremony at halftime with Dan Ross, the commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And Wade Martin gets that one. Lewis knocks him out of bounds, and the ball sits on the 40-yard line. They need to go to the 41. So with things just underway here in half number 2, they will cook up something for a 1-yard play. The clock continues to tick with 10 seconds left on the play clock. 5 seconds on the play clock, and flag. And it looks like we might have had somebody a little bit too much on the field. Let's see what's going on. Illegal substitution against the Pirates, so that's going to knock them back from 1 yard to go on third down. To now be 3rd and 6 yards, 5 to 6 yards to go. So the Pirates trailing by 6, 20-14. You're watching high school football on the Zone, presented to you by MediMart. Brought to you by Automania and Larry Moore. So we've got 2 men out to the right. Oh, everybody jumping and carrying on. And the long count works, and they get the 5 yards back. So they'll march it back the same 5 yards, except the opposite direction. So now we'll be back to 3rd and 1 again. As the clock hasn't moved while all this has been going on. So now instead of a 3rd and 6, we're at a 3rd and 1. And we'll see if we go back the other way this time. This time the formation for Wheelersburg looks like the Ironton formation. And they're going to go to the right, and Ironton moves in tough, and still driving and moving is Ellis. Ellis kept driving, and again, that we mentioned that tonight, we have seen numerous occasions. First down, Wheelersburg. Nice drive by Ellis, who kept moving his legs. Ellis gets the first down up to about the 42-yard line. And Wheelersburg, one thing that we have seen out of them tonight that is really pleasant is how they keep on moving after the initial contact. Quick toss to Martin. Martin moves forward. 3 guys on him. Drive him out of bounds. Lewis is one of them. Another one that's over there. Another one over there is White. So a pickup of about 7 or 8. And it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 2. And Miller meets quickly with Aaron Stevens, the 6'3 senior, who comes in and then gives the old raised arms whoop-de-doo and cuts Miller down. So now it'll be 3rd down and about 7. So Wheelersburg with 10 and a half minutes to go in quarter number 3. Down by 6. Miller takes his time. He throws. He's got it to Dylan Miller. He's got a first down and moving and continuing to move. Again, there was a great example. A great example after Tristan Cox hit Dylan Miller. Dylan Miller kept moving with the man hanging on him. And I just cannot praise enough Wheelersburg and how much they are moving after they have had initial contact. That is really great. Again to Dylan Miller. He dances, he moves, he goes forward down to about the 45. So the Pirates moving the ball are down to about the 35-yard line of Ironton. And as they set, Miller is looking. He's giving instructions, throwing a couple of signals. Again, Dylan Miller on the sideline, moves down 3, 4, 5, continuing to move. Let's see if they marked him out of bounds before the stick or after. About a yard short, it looks like. So 3rd and 1, the situation. Out on the left side goes Claxon, and also over there is Martin. Dylan Miller still out on the right. Eddie Miller is the quarterback. He tucks, he goes. A nice hole up the center for the first down. And on the stop that time for Ironton was Devin Guy, the 5'10", 260-pound senior. So inside the 30-yard line, the Pirates have moved the ball well. They started this drive on their own 36. 2 men out to the left. Dylan Miller still out to the right. And again to Dylan Miller over there. Moves a couple. Dylan Miller gets down to about the 25-yard line as they have let him have that shorty. Dylan Miller we've also seen in the basketball wars here at Wheelersburg High School. and he is likewise a baseball player, a member of the state championship baseball team. And Miller throws that one, and if we were playing cricket, that one would have been okay because we'd have had it on the bounce. But we're not playing cricket, so instead that one doesn't count. And so it'll be 3rd and about 7 here. And on this particular drive, we have used time from 11:55 down to 8:44. It's been 3 minutes, 11 seconds. The Pirates have had the ball. Eddie Miller with 2 receivers to the right this time. And a little screen, and the screen goes to Piles, and the ball is loose, and Ironton gets it. So after holding the ball all that time, Ironton recovers and takes over on the about the 22-yard line. So after that nice drive that started on the Wheelersburg 36 here at 8:37, Ironton takes over, and they lead by the score of 20-14. You're watching high school football on the zone, and just straight ahead, grind them out there, football.
Run by number 42, Patrick Lewis.
Lewis getting a workout tonight.
Tackle by number 42, Christian Ellis.
Presented to you by the shortstop, brought to you by McDonald's, right here in Wheelersburg. Don't forget on Gallia Street in Portsmouth. Also, don't forget Party On Rentals and Supplies. And also brought to you by Bob and Floyd's Tires, H&H Sanders Lawn Care, and Fred Brisker and Associates. So Duty with the full house, drops the ball, has trouble, picks it up, gets some yards. After the fumble and the pickup, he gets out across the 30 to about the 33. Wade Martin will stop him, but he's pretty darn close to the first down. They will mark him down instead of the 33 on the 31. The stick is between the 32 and the 33. So Ironton on their own end of the field with 7.5 minutes to go and a 6-point lead. Continuing to use what we have seen for so many years as to be the efficient Ironton offense. And again, Lewis, left side, got enough for the first down. Lots and lots of Pirates on the scene at that particular place. Amongst them in there and on top of things and amongst things and inside things for Wheelersburg, we saw Mitchell Warner, and also in there was Michael Staggs. Mitchell Warner, a sophomore, also a trackster. Talking to him before the season started, he likes hunting and fishing and is a weightlifter, of course, as all the football players are. Maybe his weekend after this ball game will be spent doing a little fishing. Not too long before squirrel season starts. Maybe he'll be out for that. And Duty will give to the second man, and up they go. Wheelersburg is there. Schweikert. So with 6:45 to go, Staggs and Parsley do the job. It'll be 2nd and 10. We're in the third quarter of action here. Ironton led at halftime, 20-14. Duty is the quarterback, and he will fake and pitch, and as they go outside, he's going to be brought down. Claxon will bring White down about the 43 or 4-yard line. So pretty darn close to a first down. Duty held on as long as he could, did a nice read, pitched the ball just at the right time, and Ironton's got a man down on the opposite side of the field. And down over there for Ironton, it looks like, let's see if we can figure out who we got over there that's down. Somebody's got a little leg problem. And while they take care of that, there's timeout on the field, and he gets up rather quickly and hobbling off the field with the sore leg hop. That's Drew Wells, who's had a real nice game tonight. He took that big pass from Duty that scored a big touchdown. He was all by himself down there. High school football presented to you on the zone by Morgan Brothers on 5th Street in downtown Portsmouth. Also brought to you by Falcon1.net, the Minford Telephone Company, and now, of course, Minford TV. By Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Southern Ohio Medical Center, by all the folks at American Savings Bank, and Dan Cassidy and the folks at Barrington Murphy Insurance. High school football on the zone presented to you by the Wheelersburg Cinema, just right down over the hill right here. And brought to you by Supreme Pest Control. Don't scream, call Supreme. As well as being brought to you by Barber's Auto Parts and the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home. Third down and a long one, short two. 6:15 to go. Ironton scored first. 14-0 was the score. Wheelersburg came back, tied it at 14. Ironton scored but missed the extra point. Duty gives to the second man through, and coming forward with it is Schweikert. As he gets out and gets enough for the first down. And so the Tigers get up to about the 47. Is that their first down of the half? Second, okay. I forgot to jot one down. I've checked on Mr. Stats, Trent Williams, right here behind me. So Ironton comes up. Duty gives again. Nice give inside. And lots of Pirates around White. No, excuse me, Schweikert. And it'll be second down and about almost 4 yards to go. Ellis on the stop along with several other of the Pirates. Ironton started this drive on their own 22. At 8:37, they've used up 3 minutes and 15 seconds now. Duty again, and he gives it this time to White, and White will go across the 40 before he's stopped by Tyler Claxon. And it's another Ironton first down. Their third of the half. So Ironton in Wheelersburg territory gets inside the 40. Just grinding it out. Taking their time, trying to avoid mistake football. Duty again gives it to Schweikert this time. Schweikert is hit really quickly. Nice hit in there that time for Wheelersburg by Zach Cunningham. And it'll be second down and about 8 or 9 to go. We got a man down for Ironton again. It seems like this first game of the year, when we have Ironton and Wheelersburg together, we get a lot of leg cramps and see that quite a bit. And there's the calf, and as if the camera's got a good view on it there, you can see him grasping that calf muscle. And they're going to try to do a number on that and get him up, because those cramps can be bad news. So there's timeout on the field with 4:39 to go in the third quarter. And about the time I say that, they always end up getting them up. That must be the way to fix somebody, is for me to say they're about ready to call timeout. And now they do call timeout, so let's take time in for this message.
Attention coin collectors, Leading Lady announces the opening of a numismatic coin shop in downtown Portsmouth, located at 614 Chillicothe Street, for buying and selling coins. Private room available to buy or sell. Donald Malone, manager. Check our website, leadingladycoinshop.com.
Injured? Disabled? Atomic plant worker? Social Security disability? Bankruptcy? Workers' compensation? Call for a free consultation. Our mission is to excel in helping you process your claim.
Ironton coming out now. They've got second down and about 8 to go. They are in the Wheelersburg end of the field. 4:39 to play in the third quarter. Ironton up by 6. Trevor White will kind of tippy-toe his way down until he meets up to Mitch Warner. And it'll be third down and about 5, pretty close to 5. As the clock continues to, the clock's not running right this particular minute. The clock is not running. And as they move out to the left, clock's not running. So they got the clock going here. So we got a couple of plays in without the clock there. Tanner duty on that. And it'll be fourth down now. And again, Wheelersburg has held Ironton on this fourth down situation a couple of times tonight. And so fourth down and a couple to go. The Wheelersburg 31-yard line. Lewis is the right halfback. White's the left halfback. They give to the fullback, and they go right up through the middle. Big time first down that time for Schweiker. And he picks up a big first down for the Fighting Tigers. And so another first down for the Fighting Tigers. And so the Tigers will come up. And give left side. It's White again. And basically straight T football. As Trevor White will pick up a couple. They're down in the Wheelersburg end of the field, and that distance is kind of short between them and the goal right now as the ball sits on the 21-yard line of the Pirates. High school football on the zone tomorrow. We will be out at Valley High School. The Portsmouth Trojans and the Valley Indians getting together. They've had the big preseason clam bake in the past. Now Coach Crabtree and Coach Clifford will bring their squads together for a regular season contest. Trip up as they went to White, and somebody got a hold of him. I believe it was Piles got a hold of him at the ankle and made him trip. And down for another cramp, which we have seen several times tonight. So there's timeout on the field with 3:08 to go in the third quarter. And Ironton's ahead 20-14. Back after this.
Do you have an emergency need for cash? Diamond Gem Lending Company, the Pawn Stars of Portsmouth, will make a short-term loan on your merchandise or buy it from you for cash. Our friendly staff is here to help you with a loan or purchase. Incredible deals on out-of-pawn jewelry, firearms, guitars, tools, DVDs, CDs, game systems, vinyl records, player piano rolls, and musical instruments. Diamond Gem Lending Company, the Pawn Stars of Portsmouth.
Talking about a cue. Well, we are still tending to the down players, so while we do that, let's go back for this reminder.
Requested that you know that artificial noisemakers are not allowed. The officials once again would like you to know
That's a long-standing tradition here. They're still tending to that guy. Well, I can't hear a cue. Back to Ed Miller Stadium here in Wheelersburg, Ohio. 3:08 to go in quarter number 3. Ironton leading 20-14. They've got the ball, 3rd and 5 on the Wheelersburg 17-18. Full house backfield, and they go left, and they're going to give it to Lewis, and he's got room for the first down and out of bounds. And continues to go, and we got contact out of bounds again. As Lewis was out of bounds for a goodly ways there. And somebody managed to keep on going after the whistle. So that'll cost half the distance. So a first down for the Fighting Tigers. And Patrick Lewis picks it up, and then after he's out of bounds, a little dead ball. We got the second ambulance of the night arriving over there too, so I hope nobody's seriously hurt. Hopefully it's just some heat-related stuff. But Ironton now, first down, goal to go, 5-yard line. And as they give inside, it goes to White on the dive play, as he's going to get down in there. Staggs brings him down, but he's down to about the 2-yard line. You're watching high school football on the Zone. Ironton up 20-14. They led 14-0. Wheelersburg tied it. Ironton went back 20-14, 2-yard line. Tanner Duty is the quarterback. He gives it to Schweikert. Schweikert cuts left, cuts right, and is real close to the goal. We'll see what they signal as he's heads over the line, but whether the ball made it or not, no, they're going to mark it on about the 6-inch line. Nice move for the big guy, 210-pounder. Nice job on his part. Ironton with some good size on the line and in the backfield. So Tanner Duty gives it to Schweikert. Schweikert, touchdown. We'll call it a 1-yarder, although it was really about 6 inches. So with 1:31 to go, Ironton picks up touchdown number 4 here in the third quarter. And that's going to be Tanner Schweikert, as he puts Ironton up 26-14. An 18 play on the ground drive. Little penalty help. They missed their last kick. So now they're going to spread it out and see if they can make up that point. And Duty rolls, looks, tosses, no good. Pass from Duty as he was heading over in and looking for his man Lewis, or excuse me, not for Lewis. He was looking for Brandon Wilson. So as they come back up the field, 1:31 to play, third quarter, 26-14. Back with the kickoff after this.
No one knows fuel-efficient cars like Glockner Toyota. Drive America's #1 selling Toyota Camry for $219 a month or the Toyota Corolla for $209 a month. Other dealers have run out of inventory with good gas mileage, but we've been stacking them deep and selling them cheap. Stop wasting money on gas and get to Glockner Honda. Drive a sporty 30-mile-per-gallon Honda CR-V for $279 a month or a 35-mile-per-gallon Honda Accord for $229. Other dealers have run out of inventory with good gas mileage, but we've been stacking them deep and selling them cheap.
6838154. Your game ball ticket is 6831556. Game ball ticket 6831556.
Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium, where Ironton is trying to play the spoiler here on the Pirates, their opening game in the newly refurbished Ed Miller compound here. You're watching high school football on the Zone. We have 1 minute and 31 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Big crowd on hand tonight. And Ironton will kick off to the Pirates. And as they get going here, putting the foot to it for Ironton is going to be Jalen Schweikert. And his kick is going to be taken up short at about the 22-yard line. And getting the ball and moving out on the left and up across is Eddie Miller. Eddie Miller gets it into Ironton territory. So Eddie Miller with a nice return, and with 1:24 to go in the third quarter, the kicker is the one that saved the touchdown on that one. Wheelersburg will take over on the Ironton 46-yard line. Ironton 26, Wheelersburg 14. Pirates come at it. They got 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Miller will give it a call. And he is delivering. Dylan Miller on the ground, unable to get that one. He doesn't have Jai Wampia's arms the length of a football field to get that one. So that one falls incomplete. So it'll be second down and 10 to go for the Pirates. And Miller with a long call. Still 13 seconds on the play clock, so we got lots of time here. That's a nice feature they've added here. Snaps low. Miller has time. Now he's being chased, and he's going to get eaten alive. And all over him, big time there. That time was Nick Culberson. On the 50-yard line. It'll now be third down and about 14 to go for the Pirates. So the Pirates now in a third down and long situation. There are trips to the right. Dylan Miller is alone on the left. Signals being sent in from the sideline. 45 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Miller tucks, looks, has a hole, moves down inside the 45, down to about the 43. That will make it a third down, or a fourth down, and about 7 to go. 25 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Wheelersburg looks like they're going for it here. With 19 seconds to play in quarter number 3. There's more time on the play clock than there is on the quarter clock, so they could play this out to the end of the quarter. And then they can talk about whether they really want to do this or not, and that's what they do. So the third quarter is history. Wheelersburg has a fourth down and 7 to go on the 40-yard line, or the 43-yard line. And we'll be back with quarter number 4 right after this.
Okay, so it's a romantic dinner for 2. Now, I've already cut some tomato. Time for the vinaigrette. You are going to love this. Okay, we need some sesame seeds. My favorite pan. Now, what's really important is...
With Merilad cabinets, you'll discover function that's irresistible.
Good thing I'm not the jealous type.
Marilad, the dream kitchen for the real world.
Is this for me? Thank you. Who'd it come from? I appreciate it, whoever it was. Yeah, great.
Last call, who's got the top ticket, or we're going to throw another one. 6'8", 3'8", 154.
Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium. High school football on the zone. Ironton leading as the fourth quarter starts 26-14. Wheelersburg has the ball. 4th down and 7 on the Ironton end of the field. And they're going for it. In motion goes Dylan Miller. Eddie Miller tucks, runs, has a hole. Keeps going down, gets the first down. Eddie Miller showing some real gumption there as he picks up a first down to start this fourth quarter. And there's a flag down, so holding's going to push him back, and that's going to change the whole complexion of stuff. So instead of a first down, now they find themselves facing about a 15, 16, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be about a 17-yarder. So 4th and 17. Now there's not much choice but to make a punt as they're way back in their own end of the field. Standing on his own 34-yard line to receive the snap will be Dylan Miller. The snap is high, and he gets it away, and it's not too bad as it bounces inside the 25 down to about the 21, 22-yard line, and Wheelersburg will down it there. So a quick change of fates right there as Wheelersburg had the first down, but an untimely hold will now give Ironton the ball with 11:24 to go in this ball game. They'll get the ball on their own 20, let's see what we mark it at here, the 21-yard line. And they have a 12-point lead. You're watching high school football on the zone, presented to you by Shawnee State University. Brought to you by the Battery Terminal, Sunspot Tanning. Presented to you by the Salvation Army. Remember, the donations you give them at the holidays works all year long. By Loot Supply on Route 23 north of Portsmouth. Gerlach & Gerlach, attorneys at law. And Love Nails and Hair Day Spa, long time zone sponsor. False start against the Tigers. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll push him back now, make 1st and 15 for the Fighting Tigers. Wheelersburg next will be at Coalgrove, I believe, and take on the Hornets. Next time we see the Pirates, they'll be hosting the Portsmouth Trojans, and we'll be here for that. Going to the right, big traffic over there coming in defensively. Offense trying to get some blocks going. There are about 5 Pirates on the scene as Lewis heads over that way. Tackle that time by the sophomore, Jacob Hutchinson. So Wheelersburg with the hot night and the new stadium moving a lot of guys in and out. Getting them some game experience in this first game of the season. Certainly a nice facility here. Of course, we even have a new press box where we are perched. Inside give to White. And White dragged down by about half a dozen. Included amongst the crowd over there for Wheelersburg was Zach Cunningham and Nathan Jones. So now it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Ironton. They're still on their own end of the field, the ball on the 23-yard line. High school football on the zone, presented to you by Stakers Sales and Service. Brought to you by Newberry's Sporting Goods, winning tradition. Also presented to you by all the Zone Country locations of the Portsmouth Public Library. They try to open it up. He sent Trevor White all the way down on the left, wide open out about the 40-yard line. But things were already happening back in close, so that'll be a 3rd down. Or 4th down, rather. Let's see what we got. We're going to discuss the situation here. And the penalty will be a hold, so it'll be a 3rd down play. Now they're going to decline it, so it'll be 4th down and 9 to go. So he took his time telling us it was declined. 9:44 to go, so Wheelersburg wants the ball. They don't want to shove him back. And so Ironton will give up the football, and back to do the honors for the Fighting Tigers is Nick Culbertson. Culbertson, a senior, 255-pounder, and they call timeout before that happened. 9:33 to go in the ball game. Ironton 26. Wheelersburg 14. Back with more right after this.
Buck Nails and Hair Day Spa offers manicures, pedicures, massage, skincare, bridal spa, and party packages, and much, much more. Visit us or call us today. We're open 7 days a week, and walk-ins are always welcome. Love Nails and Hair Day Spa. We go the extra mile to make you smile.
Sponsored in part by Monster Energy Drinks. Distributed locally by Spriggs Distributing, a division of the Triple Crown Beverage Group, the Tri-State's leading beverage distributor.
Welcome back. 4th down. Culbertson back to stand. He'll receive it on about his 9 or 10-yard line. He gets it. The snap is good. The kick is headed downfield. It's going to be caught on about the 48-yard line and wheeled in by Eddie Miller. And that's where Wheelersburg will take over, as in the long run what we do is trade punts. So we use 2 minutes and almost 2 minutes, actually a minute and 57 seconds. And so with 9:27 to go, Wheelersburg will get the ball back. This time they get it back on the Ironton 48. Down by 12 points. Last year in this ball game, Ironton won by the score of 42-13. Eddie Miller. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 to go as Trevor White brings Miller down. This time we have 2 men out to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 back with Miller. And Miller gives on the inside give, and it's open in a nice hole. And wide open, head down, and going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 10 is Austin Gifford. Austin Gifford chased out of bounds finally by Dion Brown, but otherwise he was home for the holidays. Austin Gifford, 5'11", 185-pound senior, gets her down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. And Ironton doesn't like that. They got to take time to talk about that. So timeout Ironton, 8:53 to go. Back after this.
Newberry Sporting Goods, doing school jackets right since 1958.
Back here at Ed Miller Stadium, where Austin Gifford, the senior, takes the ball down to the 5. Gifford wants to be a physical therapist, and he delivered some needed physical therapy there. Miller, left side, tucks, goes, touchdown, Wheelersburg. Eddie Miller, a 5-yard run at 8:49. Still plenty of time to go for Wheelersburg here. Completes the drive that started on the Ironton 48. And the kick is placed. It is up. It is good. As we come back up the field, 26-21, Pirates within 5. Back with the kickoff right after this.
A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again.
.848 to go. Wheelersburg has just made it a 5-point game thanks to an Eddie Miller 5-yard run. The big setup on that 3-play 48-yard drive was Austin Gifford's 38-yard run that took the ball down to the 5. So with plenty of time left, 8:48, and Wheelersburg's defense doing well, there's still a lot of time to go in this, so they put the foot to it and taking it on the 3-yard line and bringing it forward. Here comes Lewis. He's out to the 25, and he is brought down hard on the 28. And bringing him down over there for the Pirates was Jacob Dingus. Also in on that was Aaron Kogel. So Ironton will take over with 8:40 to go. So with 8:40, Ironton will get the ball on their own 29. So the Tigers have at times done well tonight, and at times have found themselves with Wheelersburg holding their number. And apparently there's a timeout on the field with 8:40 to go. Now there's not. Can we make up our mind here? We had a huddling on the side during what ought to be play calling time. So that gets us all fired up. High school football, first game of the season. One of the things the officials reminded folks here is that artificial noisemakers are prohibited in Ohio. And up the middle and getting away, and again the big play breaking loose and brought down at the 20-yard line. And Swigert just basically went all the way down to the 23-yard line. Claxon, a touchdown-saving tackle. And all night tonight, Ironton has just managed to bop around and knock out these huge plays. Then the rest of the time, they really haven't managed to move the ball very well. Inside, ball looks like it's not really going anywhere as Trevor White is stopped there as Wheelersburg's defense arrived in a bad mood. You know, it's interesting to note that Ironton has had the big play going tonight, and you don't think of a full house double tight end backfield or double tight end formation as being a big play offense. Not exactly the Wildcat. Fake, duty pitches. There's Lewis. He's trying to get away. He gets hit hard. Hard hit. Lots of Pirates arriving over there, and I believe the big hit on that was delivered by Cameron Parsley. So now it'll be 3rd and 13 as Wheelersburg's defense has stood up tall there. Ironton has really developed the big play tonight, and they've done a good job of that. And it may have to do with the size of their line being able to open a hole. And a little counter, and there's Lewis, and he's going to be met and hit hard. And hitting him hard include Jacob Hutchinson and Michael Staggs. So Staggs and Hutchinson make it a 4th down, 4th and 9 for the Tigers. 21-yard line. After that big run, that big 49-yard run, Wheelersburg has basically just said, hey, we don't want any of this stuff. So now Ironton's going to spread them out. Duty. Whistle, 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 whistle. Flag, 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 flag. Let's see what we got going here and who's doing what to whom. As they're going to say that it's going to be a legal procedure. False start against the Tigers. So instead of 4th and 9, it's going to be 4th and 14. So now the ball's sitting on the 26-yard line. They have to get down to the 12. And, of course, with the big play capability, they're able to do that. Way out to the right side goes Aaron Stevens. Way out to the left side goes Brad Pierce. Stevens open around his man, and a flag. There are flags in the end zone, and Stevens is crawling around. Now he's up. As he was covered. And let's see what we've got going here. Stevens. And they're going to call it against the Pirates. And so that's going to give Ironton another shot here as they'll step it off. Ball down to about the 13-yard line. First down and 10 to go on the 13, and a penalty that just basically was a tough break for the Pirates after holding on all those occasions. Now they give it a big opening in there for Schweikert. And he's going to get down to about the 9 before he's tackled. And as they get up from there at the bottom of the pile for Wheelersburg is Wade Martin. 5.5 minutes to play. It's a 5-point ball game, but Ironton is knocking on the door with the ball now placed just a shade inside the 10-yard line. and they have to get down to the 3. So 2nd and 6. Duty gives again to Schweigert. Schweigert will get a couple again and get close to the 5.
Run by number 49, Tanner Schweigert.
Nice block in there on the Ironton line from the young junior Kyle Holt.
Tackled by number 10, Wade Martin, and number 31, Ross Piles.
As with 4:44 to go, Ironton now has 3rd and about 3 or 4 for the first down, and they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Again, full house. Second man, that's Lewis. Lewis down inside the 5. First man on the scene for Wheelersburg there was Mitchell Warner.
Tackled by number 51, Mitchell.
And with 4 minutes to play, Ironton now has reached the place where it's close enough. About a yard or so to go. 4th and 1. And once again, Wheelersburg holding Ironton, making them go all the way through 4 downs. And Ironton so far has had mixed results on that 4th down. Last time there was a penalty that gave him another round, new life, and whistle, 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 whistle. Speaking of that, timeout Wheelersburg. 3:36 to play. Back after this.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library. We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
Christianity is often attacked for being inauthentic or hypocritical. At Revolution, they are here so through worship and service, those who desire can develop a knowledge and understanding of the scriptures and teachings of Jesus. Worship, grow, serve. At Revolution, Sundays at 10:30 a.m. and 7 p.m.
At 8 minutes and 40 seconds, Ironton got this ball on their own 29. They have now moved 8 plays, including one humongous play. And they are facing a 4th down and 1 to go inside the Wheelersburg 5. They do not have to score to get a first down. And they are really close to the touchdown, but it looks like they got enough for the first down. And a hat comes off as Schweigert loses his hat.
Run by number 45, Trevor White.
So with 3:26 to play, looks like Wheelersburg has stopped the touchdown, but it looks like they've made enough for the first down. So now we got 4 shots from 6 feet away. Ironton got this ball 5 minutes ago and has really eaten up the clock. Duty gives wide open, big hole for White. Big block on the left. Nice block over there that time. Pushed in by Billy Martin. With a great block opening up that hole for the Ironton Tigers. But that makes Ironton with 32 with 31 or 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go. And with 3:12 they score. And I believe that was Trevor White. I was watching the block in that time. From about 2 yards out. Schweigert will try the kick. His team up by 9. And now we got a whistle or flag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Illegal substitution against the Tigers.
Okay. So that's going to be a penalty flag against the Ironton Ball Club, as they complete a drive that took 5 minutes and 28 seconds. Trevor White pushing it in from 2 yards out. And the kick is up and no good. So as we come back up the field, Ironton leads Wheelersburg 32-21. Back with the kickoff right after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Howell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years.
So Ironton has padded their 5-point lead into a little more comfortable situation now as they lead 32-21. An 11-point stretch makes it a 2-score game as they use up 5 minutes and 28 seconds off the clock. A 9-play, 71-yard drive. The way Wheelersburg's defense had been playing tonight, I thought for sure Wheelersburg would manage to curb that rather quickly and get possession of the ball. But Ironton, with a big play included in that drive, a 49-yarder by 5'11", 210-pound senior Tanner Schweiker, manages to drive that baby down. Claxon returns the ball there. And so it puts Wheelersburg kind of a sticky wicket here with 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the fourth. Wheelersburg will get the ball, and they'll have it 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line, trailing by 11. First game here at Ed Miller Stadium. We'll be back again for the game in which the Portsmouth Trojans will be here. And we get another flag. False start against the Pirates. We haven't seen too many early season flags tonight. Things like false starts and that. There have been a few, but all in all, the team's showing very good discipline on both sides of the ball as far as their ability to watch the snap count. Had a couple of hits on both sides that occurred after the whistle or out of bounds. That's enthusiasm a lot of times in high school, not malice. Miller, left side, gets back almost to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage as he's stopped on that play by Matt Thomas, a 5'8" senior. And so now it'll be 2nd down and 10. The down stick says first, but it's second.
Run by number 4,
Austin Gifford will take the ball down to about the 40. And now it'll be 3rd down. Trevor White stops Gifford. And Miller lets her fly and caught on the 42-yard line. Nice catch by Dylan Miller. Tristan Cox on the defense was right there to bring him down. But a very nice collection of passes that have been coming thrown and caught by Wheelersburg tonight. There's Miller going left. He's hit kind of hard on the left there. as he's dropped over there by Matt Thomas. So it'll be second down and about 6 or 7 to go for the Pirates. 1:51 to play. Miller drops, fires, got a man. That's Claxon. Claxon is dragged hard to the ground. Taken down in there by Austin Rowe. So with first and 10 now for the Pirates. Ball's inside the Ironton 20. Got 2 receivers out to the right side, and Dylan Miller all by his lonesome on the left. Snap low, Miller has to move, make some room as he does a little dance there, a little pirouette, a little dipsy doodle. Gets down inside the 15, down toward the 10-yard line, and the Pirates, with 1:25 to go, will call timeout. They trail 32-21. Back with the final minute and a half of this ball game right after this.
For years, our family has cared for your family in your time of need. We strive hard to give each family respect, using our wisdom from years of service and dedication to each family member and our communities. Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, located on 3rd Street, West Portsmouth. 858-4100.
Sweet Confections is your best choice for a full-service bakery. We have wedding, specialty, and birthday cakes, cookies, cupcakes, fudge, and more. We even have sugar-free diabetic treats. At Sweet Confections, our sweets are happiness condensed. Call or go online and order your happiness today.
Play. Ironton 32, Wheelersburg 21. Pirates have the ball. They are 2nd and 1 in Ironton territory. Ball around the 10, just a shade shy of the 10-yard line. Miller, low snap, throws, gets it to Dylan Miller. He's got a wide open shot for the goal, and touchdown, Wheelersburg. 10-yard pass from Miller to Miller, and I'm sure we'll see that combination a lot this year. Miller to Miller, I suspect that we will see that a bunch of times this year. A 10-yarder with 1:19 to go. And that makes the score 32-27, a 5-point game. Now we'll see. It's still they still need another score. But this could be an interesting development. I guess we all know what will be happening after the attempt for extra point. There's Miller. He throws. He's got it. The man did not get in. That was Ross Piles. He got his behind in the end zone, and he got a foot in the end zone, but the ball never broke the plane. So as we come back up the field, 32-27, 1:19 to play, back with what undoubtedly will be the onside kick right after this.
Peter 10:17.
Ruth 2:11.
James 11:9.
When I was hungry. When I was lost. When I was stoned.
You gave me help.
Faith.
Joy.
You gave me a chance. Amanda 4:6. When I was saved.
Your holiday donations to the Salvation Army make change all year long.
Well, I guess we all know what's going to happen now. Wheelersburg took 1 minute and 41 seconds to score that time on a 7-play, 66-yard drive. Eddie Miller to Dylan Miller. The pass for extra point failed, but with 1:19 to go, should the Pirates manage to get this kick, it will make a big difference in that they have shown that they are able to move the ball long distances in a short period of time. So Eddie Miller is the one that's stepping up over the ball, and they will be trying the kick. Here it comes. There it is. It's on the ground. It's picked and dropped and taken quickly and dropped on by Brad Pierce. Didn't try to do anything fancy. The senior, undoubtedly the good hands team there, grabbed that ball and dropped on it. So Ironton will get the ball with 1:17 to play. They will have the ball on their own 49-yard line. And we will see if Wheelersburg comes out and tries to take the ball away from a ball control team. So as always, perfect ball control offense, the full house, and moving forward, and a flag as somebody was maybe just a little too enthusiastic there. And coming up out of there was Schweikert. And we're going to have a face mask call. So face mask will move Ironton down there a little bit. Mark Michael, the referee, giving us the signal there, and it's going to be on the 43-yard line now with 1:10 to go. And we have trouble with the sticks. The clock's working while they're trying to get the sticks adjusted. Interesting. So Ironton will again go. Schweikert. He's hit hard by Dylan Miller. Also up there on him at the same time was Piles.
Tackled by number 1, Dylan Miller, and number 31, Ross Piles.
So with 47 seconds to go, it'll be second down and about 3 to go for the Ironton Tigers, and there's timeout on the field with the score 32-27 and 47 seconds to play. Back after this.
When I came here, professors were just down to earth to talk to you. Felt like you can make a connection with them. So when you go to apply for medical school, they're going to be able to write you the letter of recommendation. You're not just someone sitting in a large lecture at a large university.
Over the last year, I've been establishing a patient base in my hometown. 20 years from now, I hope to be here, seeing patients, taking care of patients. I don't hesitate to tell them I went to Shawnee State, and it truly made me stand out while in medical school.
Ozzy up there. Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium. Ironton with the ball and the lead, 32-27, 47 seconds to play. And Ironton has the ball on the Wheelersburg 44-yard line. This has been a good ball game as far as watching how the teams could come back. So if you really like football, you had to enjoy this. Everybody's up tight, and we got a safety man back there, and Duty's going to take a knee. And the clock will keep it working. Down to 40. And as soon as they mark the ball ready for play, let's see what we got here, and it's ready. So with 32 seconds to play, they got to run a play or take a penalty. And then one play after that, and this game will be history. Wheelersburg came back from a 14-0 really early deficit. They fought hard. They have shown some poise and mixing it up in there a little bit early, and that ought to take care of things. So this ball game is history. And the first game at Ed Miller Stadium doesn't come out quite as well as Wheelersburg would like it, but a lot of good things happening in the way of ceremony and so on. It's a nice place to watch a football game. And we will be back to give you the zone wrap-up after we remind you the final score was Ironton 32, Wheelersburg 27. Back with our wrap-up right after this.
7:30, please.
Enjoy the movie. It's a lot cleaner. Yeah, they actually cycle movie snacks in here.
The bassoon looked like a box of chocolates.
Have you seen a really big snake? I hate snakes.
None shall pass.
Wheelersburg Cinema, still bringing movies to life.
Sweet Confections is your best choice for a full-service bakery. We have wedding, specialty, and birthday cakes, cookies, cupcakes, fudge, and more. We even have sugar-free diabetic treats. At Sweet Confections, our sweets are happiness condensed. Call or go online and order your happiness today.
Back here at the all-new Ed Miller Stadium, Ed Miller 2.0, as Ironton has kind of spoiled the grand opening here as they defeated the Pirates 32-27. You've been watching high school football on the Zone, and our wrap-up presented to you by McDonald's, just down over the hill from here, where it's a good place to stop after a Pirate ball game. And we are here to give you the wrap-up and the scoop on Ironton and Wheelersburg. And things began tonight looking rather kind of down in the dumps a little bit as Ironton took the opening kickoff. Wheelersburg won the toss, elected to defer, kicked off, and Patrick Lewis, the 5'10 senior for Ironton, took the opening kickoff on the 5-yard line, moved off toward his right, and headed down and managed to take that baby all the way to the other end of the field. And before you know it, after Schweikert's kick, Ironton was ahead 7-0 with only 15 seconds gone in the ball game. Wheelersburg took the ball, and as they did, they got the ball at the 11:38 mark, had the ball for about 2 minutes, and the next thing you know, the Berg has it, and then Patrick Lewis has it in his hand and runs that baby 60 yards at the 9:45 mark. The kick is up and good, and before you know it, Ironton is ahead 14-0. Interesting to note that right there, Ironton's got 14 points, and their offense has never been on the field. All that scoring, and no offensive plays have been run yet. Wheelersburg had decided that they needed to do something about that, so they took Ironton's kickoff, started on their own 25-yard line, ran 10 plays. Eddie Miller took it in from 18 yards out. Thurmer kicked, and the score was then 14-7. Ironton leading by 7. Wheelersburg generating some points. Wheelersburg then turned around, stopped Ironton on downs, took the ball on their own 35, took it around the corner into the second quarter, and at 11:06 of the second quarter, Miller again on a 9-yard run completes a 9-play, 65-yard drive. The kick is good. We're tied at 14, so what once looked like a hopeless case now all of a sudden was back in happy times. Then in the second quarter still, Ironton took on their own 35, lost on downs. At 8:08, Wheelersburg was intercepted by Drew Wells, and then that name comes back to haunt him because just a few short seconds later, Ironton, after starting on their own 37 following that interception, takes that turnover and completes a 6-play, 62-yard drive by having Tanner Duty shoot one out to Drew Wells, who's standing all by himself over on the left-hand side of the field about the 10-yard line. Nobody there. He just basically scampers into the end zone. The kick was blocked by Piles, but Ironton was ahead then by the score of 20-14. And that's basically where we were at the end of the half. Wheelersburg had a chance at a field goal, but that didn't work. And at the halftime, it was 20-14 Ironton. And that's where we were when we went into the halftime report. You're on the McDonald's wrap-up here at Wheelersburg High School, where Ironton has just defeated Wheelersburg 32-27. We'll be back with more of our wrap-up right after this. How much time, Chris? Do you want me to count, or are you going to just text me, or what are you going to do? Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium, where Ironton has defeated Wheelersburg by the score of 32-27. Nice facility here. This is the inaugural deal, and I see everything as being first class here myself. We had a nice view of the field, press box nice and roomy. The field is in tip-top shape. We were down on that for Media Day the other day, and plenty of power, and all in all, a good place to broadcast a football game. In the second half of the ball game tonight, we came out in half number 2, and Ironton was leading at the start of the second half 20-14. Wheelersburg had deferred and came out, took the ball on their own 36, and fumbled the ball. Ironton recovered on their own 32 after Wheelersburg had held the ball for over 3 minutes and 15 seconds. They took the ball on their own 32 and advanced an 18-play, 79-yard drive, tapped by a Tanner Schweikert 1-yard run. The pass to Wilson was incomplete, and Ironton was then ahead 26-14. Wheelersburg came back. The end of the third, Berg had the ball 4th and 7. We rounded the corner into the fourth. Wheelersburg ended up having to punt. Ironton traded back with him. And finally, 9:27 of the fourth, Wheelersburg began a drive on the Ironton 48. And set up by Austin Gifford 38-yard run. Eddie Miller knocks in a 5-yard run at the 8:49 mark. Kick was good, and a 3-play drive makes the score Ironton 26, Wheelersburg 21. We're within 5 all of a sudden. Ironton came back with 8:40 to go, and we thought that was plenty of time for Wheelersburg to kick things. And their defense had done a good job all night. It was a good maneuver, except Ironton didn't cooperate with that. They took the ball on their own 29-yard line. They marched down 9 plays, 71 yards. Trevor White, a 2-yard carry, highlighted by a 49-yard giwampious run from Schweikert that took the ball deep into Wheelersburg territory. Several times Wheelersburg stood the test defensively, and then something would go against them, and Ironton, to their credit, took great advantage of that. They scored. It was 32-21 as the kick failed. Wheelersburg came back at 3:08, started on their own 34, scooted that baby down, 7 plays, 66 yards in 1 minute and 41 seconds. Miller to Miller pass completed things. The pass for extra point failed, and that made the score 32-27. The onside kick didn't work, and that's where things ended up. As Wheelersburg goes to 0-1 on the season, Ironton goes to 1-0, and the first win of the career of head coach Mark Vass for the Ironton Tigers. So congratulations to him for that. Otherwise, things move along. The Pirates move on to Coal Grove. We move on to Valley for Portsmouth and Valley tomorrow night. And as we do that, I don't think that you can look at the Wheelersburg stats and say anything other than who our player of the game would be on the zone tonight for the Wheelersburg Pirates. That, of course, would be Eddie Miller. Player of the game will get a free ticket to Portsmouth Cinemas. And Eddie Miller, the 165-pound junior quarterback, had done a whole bunch of stuff tonight, and he was all over the place. And to his credit, he ran a good offense. Last year, he was not in that position. Did throw a few passes last year, but Miller doing a good job, and he is our zone player of the game. Congratulations to Eddie Miller, who will get the free admission to Portsmouth Cinema. And congratulations to him. In stats from Trent Williams, on the night, Ironton had 52 rushes, 187 yards, 3 for 5. The passing department for 92, 279 total. Remember, their first 2 scores came with no offensive plays at all. Pirates, 32 rushes, 172 yards, working it out to a little bit more than 5 yards a carry. Good average for the Pirates. 22 out of 31, big night for Eddie Miller. On that one, better than 67% passing, 200 yards. So you can see why he would be our player of the game. Total yards, 372 to 279. So big night for Miller. Nice offensive shown by the Pirates. Ironton, using that traditional offense, shows you that they can do some exciting things as well. It's a good ball game to watch. Unfortunately, if you're a Wheelersburg fan, you're not real happy about your first game here as Ironton wins 32 to 27. So we have done that, and now it's time for us to mention who brought the ball game to you. Thanks to our sponsors here on the Zone, Southern Ohio Medical Center, Real Estate Gallery, who always brings you our national anthem. Brought to you by McDonald's, who bring you the pregame and also our postgame wrap-up. Falcon1.net, Minford Telephone Company, and Minford TV. Trinidad Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, who bring you our halftime report. The Shirt Stop, also brought to you by Floor B&W Portsmouth, Fred Brisker and Associates, H&H Sanders Lawn Care, the Hadsel family of companies, Pro Pest Control, another Tire and Lube, Midland Insurance, Deemers right here in Wheelersburg. I'm eyeballing some of their ham salad right now. Brought to you by Sherman Cricker Insurance. Party On. Brought to you by Bob and Floyd's Tire Service. Horner for Sheriff. Brought to you by Wagner Rental and Supply. Brought to you by Automania and Medimart. Also presented by Supreme Pest Control and Larry Moore. Also presented by Morgan Brothers on 5th Street in Portsmouth. High school football on the Zone, presented to you by our longtime sponsors, the American Savings Bank, and Dan Cassidy and the folks at Barrington Murphy Insurance. Brought to you by Diamond Gem Lending Company, Gerlach & Gerlach, attorneys at law. The Glockner family of dealerships, just making it easy. Leading Lady Numismatic Coin Shop, Loot Supply, by Love Nails and Hair Day Spa, Monster Energy Drinks, Portsmouth Cinema 8, who will, of course, be presenting Eddie Miller, our player of the game, with free admission. Brought to you by the Portsmouth Public Library, all the locations, the Revolution Church. Presented to you by Sunspot Tanning and Sweet Confections Bakery in Barbersville, as well as Chip and everybody at the Battery Terminal. Also brought to you by the Salvation Army, doing good in our community all year long. Presented to you by Shawnee State University. Also presented by Wheelersburg Cinema, Access Scioto County, Boehner's in Wheelersburg. Also brought to you by Powell Insurance Agency, Stakers Sales and Service, Barber's Auto Parts, presented by the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, Newberry Sporting Goods, and Southern Ohio Medical Center. Thanks to all of our sponsors. That pretty much does it from here. Our McDonald's wrap-up tonight, reminding you that Wheelersburg opens up the new Ed Miller Stadium, including the presence of the big boss, the chairman, the executive director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Dan Ross was here to help cut the opening ribbon. But unfortunately, the Ironton Tigers are here to sort of burst the opening bubble. The final score is Ironton 32 and Wheelersburg 27. Thanks to Trent Williams for our stats and all of our crew, and thanks to you for being there and our sponsors for sending stuff your way. We'll next be on the scene at Valley High School, and that'll be tomorrow night here on the Zone for the Trojans and the Valley Indians. I'm Tony Lavender. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. So long.